I have will exclude Ms. Gates. She wasn't at the last meeting, but at the last meeting there was a few incidents that took place that, in my opinion, since this is the opportunity for opinions, were something that might need to be tempered in the future. It had to do with the interview of Claire Wright. Claire Wright has been an outstanding citizen for many, many years, and she was not only overly scrutinized in many people's opinion. Some of the words that I've heard were underhandedness, arrogance, and other words like that. But I don't think we need to go there. I think what we need to do is go to the future. And one of the things that we can't do when we appoint people is we can't tell them how to vote. And even though we have a strong opinion, and the opinion is something that has driven us and driven the project, we can't get too personally involved in it. That we have to take the mind of a person who's been appointed to a committee and tell that person how to vote. And I say that in respect for the town, respect for the board. I thank everybody for being a member. I know the work that goes into it. I'm just saying this message to try to work this around to a more positive communication and harmony. Which is what the board is all about. So as we go forward, some of the people that are applying for some of these boards, they won't feel frightened, they won't feel intimidated, and they may step up and be better board members. And some of the ones that were dismissed from the board will probably come back and be good citizens, we hope, because time heals all, as we know. And I think we need to look to the future and sometimes examine some of the things we've done in the past. And some of the things that we thought were over the top, 100% right, we've been known to modify as good citizens of the United States. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Terry. The board always welcomes the opinions and views of folks from town, whether written or coming here in public. I think that it is this board's goal to show respect to those who volunteer. We're all volunteers ourselves. I think that we also try to self-monitor and self-police, but that's not always within the same parameters that other people have in mind. We always want to encourage people to come, and I think everybody on this board recognizes the accomplishments of Ms. Wright and what she's done for the town and in the town. So, I think that came through with her appointment, and it's unfortunate that people feel possibly that she was mistreated. I think that there were difficult questions that were posed to her. I think that she did an exemplary job in her responses, we hope that she continues feeling rewarded for serving the town. Thank you. Anybody else have any questions or comments? Mr. Doherty.
Jeff Doherty, 3 Angels Way. I'm here to address the board this evening about the intersection of School Street and West Main. I've been working with John Westerling from DPW to, voice my concerns about the snail's pace that the utility companies are taking in moving the wires. One of the concerns that, I guess because I'm considered the mayor of the Hill, that I get through the cafe and the garden center, the people that live on the north side of West Main Street, Elizabeth Road, Winter Street, anyone that comes down into that intersection, they don't have a fair shot at getting into the intersection safely because the south side, the light turns green, it turns yellow, it allows 3 cars to get through, And then if the camera signals that there's still cars moving, it goes to a green light. But the people on the north side only have that opportunity of the green light. And 97% of the time, that chance for them to turn, to make that left-hand turn, doesn't happen. So you could go through 3 light cycles before somebody can make a left turn from the north side of West Main. And there's been a number of emails and letters written to John about this. His response is that he wants to wait for the utility companies to finish their work and then have the construction company come in and do their work. But I'm losing business from the people on the north side, and people feel that they can't get into that intersection safely. The center line at West Main Street is almost in the middle of School Street, so it's hard to make that turn. And I'm not sure why we can't get an electrical engineer out there just to do a 5-second delay to help that turn happen for those residents. Because I think one of the major goals of spending $500,000 for that turn signal was to help those residents that live on the north side of West Main Street move through that intersection safely.
Thank you, Mr. Doherty. Mr. Kamal, can we get a message to Mr. Westerling? I'm not sure what the logic is as far as waiting for Verizon before we do anything with the timing on the lights. I know that there are still a few components that need to be dealt with respect to the width of the road on School Street, things of that nature. But it seems as though the timing of that light, we can begin to address that. And maybe I'm not aware of all the issues, but on the surface, it's what seems.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Now, I want to make sure I have that extra couple minutes to stop in for coffee. So.